All right, Carter, what are we doing today?
So I installed a sweet set of driven rear sets on the Kawasaki Z125 this morning. Took these ones. I got the bike with these installed. It's they're spiker rear sets. I don't know, sort of. I guess they have a name, but it's sort of like a no-name Chinesium-ish rear set. Really unhappy. Like I said, I got the bike with these, and they flexed. There was no shift feel. The brake was really spongy. I almost couldn't lock up the rear tire because anytime you would hit the rear brake, the design of the rear brake, instead of the plate actually directly hooking straight up to it, went all the way through and had a spacer about that long. Everything flexed, so there was zero feel. Same with the shifter. The shift rod itself was like a mile long, so they took away almost all the feel of the shifting and everything.
What's this? You had to put a
Well, this is a factory modification. That's on me.
That JDM mod or?
No, that's USDM.
Yes. So what's the deal? It just kept getting.
Well, everything loosened up and fell out, but that was like kind of user error because when I took it apart, I mean, I put Loctite in it, but I guess not quite enough or something. So whatever, that was my fault. But anyway, really just not well designed. I mean, if you look at it, the quality seems okay. Like it is, nice billet plate, but the plate's not thick enough. So if you hit the brake really hard, you could literally watch the whole thing kind of flex out like a few millimeters, and just any flex in your rear sets, you're gonna lose feeling. Instantly, first test drive on these, I haven't even messed around other than just base settings on these guys, and I instantly have really good rear brakes. If you look at these rear sets, and these are a rear set that MnnThbx sells, they're driven racing rear sets. They make rear sets for all the bigger bikes as well, but you can get these for Z125 and Grom. The brake is directly off the billet lever, so there's no linkage or anything like that. It's straight off, so the brake feel is excellent. It's I mean, if I had to guess, it's like 10 times better than those other ones. Yeah, there's no flex to it at all anymore. It actually felt kind of weird test driving it. The shifter on these ones, you can also adjust from standard shift to GP shift in like 5 seconds. I mean, I guess you kind of do have to take these off, but you can basically flip the shift rod to the back position and you get GP shift or standard shift. So I was having some problems dragging my toe coming out of corners and upshifting, so I switched to GP shift so I wouldn't have to do that. But you can just tell the shorter your shift rod is and the shorter all these linkages are, there's less play and flex and just areas for everything to just start feeling mushy. So this is just as a comparison, this shift rod is what, a third, maybe even it's way shorter. So you just lose all that flex, and then not to mention the I'm bad at, I don't know what these are called,
like
but the little Heim joint things. The ones with the driven rear sets are much beefier, so those aren't going to cause as much flex as well. You can see I was actually starting to like bend that one because I had to adjust it out as much, but yeah, huge difference, no flex in there. And this is, I mean, you obviously pay for the difference, but this is why you don't buy cheap rear sets. It's maybe at first glance, it's like, oh, okay, cool, they're like $130 or whatever plus shipping, so it doesn't seem like that bad of a deal until you actually ride around with those. And the feeling is, I mean, I never had this bike with stock foot pegs, but I probably would have preferred stock foot pegs over the cheap ones, just because then you actually have real control feel.
Yeah,
so,
it was super spongy, I remember.
Huge difference. Super happy with them. Again, our guys at mnnthbx sell these, so you can go over there and get them, and we maybe, I don't know, get a couple sets for Grom and Z125, try them out. So.
Well, you got something else from mnnthbx too, right?
Yeah, so I also got the Owens inserts for the front forks. I'm gonna do these tonight. They're not installed yet, but those guys hooked it up over there.
And then you have something else coming in the mail too, right?
What?
I thought you got the big bore kit stuff.
Oh, I didn't get any big bore kit stuff. No, I got LEDs for it, but yeah, so these are fork inserts, which have different valving, as well as stiffer springs. And also the guys at mnnthbx hooked it up with, so these are your fork clamp tools. So basically, instead of putting your forks in rags in the vise, you put these in the vise and they hold your fork tubes so you don't maul up your fork tubes while you're installing your springs.
I'm sure they have those made local as well. So.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, again, those guys, every time you get stuff from them, even their tooling is just like sweet little chunks of billet. It's not crummy quality at all. So.
All right. So 0 out of 10 rating on these guys. What would you say?
Oh, 1 out of 10. I mean, it gives you an aggressive stance. you know, your feet aren't on flat foot pegs, but as far as shifting feeling, braking feeling, like 0 out of 10.
And what,
they look okay.
And the driven ones?
Oh, the driven ones, just like on a mile test drive, 10 out of 10.
Already gives them 2 thumbs up. All right.
And it's like $700 worth of stuff that nobody will ever see practically except for me. So
That's all right. All right. Thanks, Carter.